Black Ops 7 is here, and it probably comes to no surprise the conversation we are about to have. The campaign is getting ripped to shreds, the reviews are flooding in, and it's not looking good for the 7th installment of a game nobody even wanted in the first place. Look, if you're a Call of Duty fanboy and you're promoting this game and you're acting like this game is worth a shit, you're part of the problem. It's absolute garbage. This is dog water. The game was dog water before it came out. Everybody that's worth half their salt knew this game was going to be dog water before it came out. And I hope to the Lord, unless this is like your livelihood and you just do Call of Duty for a living, you did not purchase this game. I did not buy Black Ops 7. I played the beta. It was awful. I did not have a good time. You can go check out some of my older videos. I kind of go into that. But look, guys, I played the beta for Black Ops 6. I had fun, and I bought the game. Now, the game has its problems. Obviously, it's rigged. It's bullshit, SBMM, EOMM, and they started getting really heavy in that SBMM with Modern Warfare 19, which in my opinion was probably the last great Call of Duty that we ever got. A lot of people will argue, oh, Modern Warfare 3 was good, but I never played that one. I played Modern Warfare 2. That game was shit. It was dog water. You go back and play it now, it's a little better. It does have cheaters. Modern Warfare 19, I think that's just a nostalgia hit. Tons of cheaters in that game. It's hard to get into a lobby without running into somebody that's hacking their fucking nuts off. Black Ops 7 is here. I've talked about this in previous videos where it is reported, they are going to obviously integrate Black Ops 7 into Warzone. This is going to obliterate Warzone. This is going to ruin Warzone. Like, Warzone was probably the last good thing in my opinion. And it's funny that I'm saying that because that's where all these rigged videos started. Feeling like something was wrong with the multiplayer and then going over to Warzone and noticing a difference because the time to kill there's a longer time to kill. So you start to see kind of the nonsense more obviously. You can kind of catch it with your eye if you know what to look for. But if you've watched my rig videos, you already know how I feel about the Call of Duty brand and the game itself, especially Warzone. So now that they're going to integrate the BO7 movement into Warzone, all the guns, this is probably it for me in Call of Duty. I'm just going to come out and say that right now. I'm sure it's been over for a lot of guys. I see you guys in the comments. It's been over for a lot of Call of Duty fans for years. Since Modern Warfare 19, they stopped playing the game. Modern Warfare 2 in 2022, when that came out, people were like, dude, I'm over it. But let's look at some reviews because it's kind of funny. I'm not going to read every single one, but there are definitely some colorful reviews. Let's start with Fox and Socks here. Says, no need to elaborate on this opinion more than necessary. Just try the game yourself and you'll understand how bad it is. Ideally, try it by subscribing to Game Pass for a month so you only lose $15 instead of $80 or more. The golden age of Call of Duty is clearly over, and given how it's evolving, I fear there will never be another good Call of Duty in the future. They have all the necessary tools and resources to make a good Call of Duty. They simply choose not to care and churn out new installments every year, recycling upon recycling every year, and all of it sold at full price, like sports games where you have to get the ball over the white line to score a point. You get the reference? At least I hope so. So Vetted Verdict gave it a 0. He says, never played a worse Call of Duty. I apologize to Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and almost even apologize to BO4. Almost. This is the trashiest version being reskinned that is available today. The devs that make real Call of Duties are overdeveloping Battlefield. Don't waste your money on a game developed by people who don't care about you and release a skimmed over game with god-awful latency problems, awful hit registration, and zero soul, or even minimal effort put into the game just so they can take your money again. The devs do not care about you. They don't even know how to optimize the game anymore. They think the engine will do it for them, so you end up paying $80 for a 200 gigabyte steaming pile of shit that doesn't even run. All right, we got a 2 from Queen Rate. It says, listen to the fans. What a joke. This is something that probably came up in the office with a focus on streamers and not everyday players. Call of Duty has completely missed who will be playing the game. The Call of Duty we knew and loved is gone and focused today on trying to be the new Fortnite. With campaigns that have nothing to do with the lore, with the players, the campaign makes more difficult hours of play, an ending that is beyond all criticism. Worth a try if you're a new player who has not played previous games, but strongly advise against if you are a returning player. Choosing to continue on the same path that is heading downwards is very stupid of them, and not listening to the fans who give them the advice and tips on how to develop the game moving forward creates a future risk that this will be one of the last Call of Duty games before the era goes to the grave. That is a hot take. Jamie Watts 2033 gave it a 0, says, genuinely the worst Call of Duty of all time, plays like a mobile game. Most unlikable campaign of any modern era shooter. Gunplay feels like early 360 days. What is this? Ratchet and Clank? Overwatch, floating platforms, shouting plants, doubling down on AI for its calling cards despite cosmetic always being a way of charging for microtransactions, unacceptable levels of bad. 0 isn't a low enough score, and if you're voting anything else, give your head a wobble. Here's a good one from Junker Pug. Gave it a 9. Multiplayer, generally one of the best multiplayers of all time. Definitely the best multiplayer in the post-Modern Warfare 19 era of Call of Duty. The movement is fun and smooth. Guns feel and sound good, and all the maps are really good compared to previous Call of Duties. Zombies, just a continuation of what was in Black Ops 6, which is a solid zombies experience. Just because some people are getting bored, that doesn't mean that it's bad, and they added a lot of new ways to play. Campaign, the actual story campaign is so bad. The only reason to play it is to get to the end game. The only reason to play the end game is to get to the story mastery camos. Capybara gave it a 0, said, seriously, I had to register an account here just to give my honest opinion on this piece of shit software. Is this Black Ops or something ChatGPT and Fortnite kid on meds would come up with? Do not dare touch anything Call of Duty ever again until you refund everyone for this mistake. Let's see. Midnight BR gave it a 1. Oh, Lord. It said, let's get straight to the point. Black Ops 7 campaign is the worst I have ever played in any game. Not just the franchise, but any game. Promise was a technological future, but what we got was a bizarre mix of fantasy and a completely out of the box and not in a good way. The narrative gets lost in other reality concepts that make absolutely no sense. Instead of covert ops and futuristic espionage, we are forced to fight giant bosses and boss fights that feel like they belong in a fantasy RPG, not a military shooter. This is completely trash. The Black Ops identity. If the campaign was already a disaster, the multiplayer isn't far behind. The new movement mechanic, which now allows for wall jumping, is the most nonsensical decision the development team could have made. Completely unbalances the flow of the game, strips away any tactical element, and turns gunfights into chaotic mess. My biggest fear is that this ridiculous idea will be transferred to Warzone and ruin the Battle Royale as well. Furthermore, the weapons are completely uninteresting. There is no motivation for grind. They feel weak. The effort to unlock camos is simply not worth it. If there is one minimal saving grace, it's the maps. For now, the maps are still good. Their design seems to be the only thing the team got right, offering some variety and decent points of interest. But honestly, good maps can't save the game with such broken gameplay. Verdict: Black Ops 7 is complete departure from what fans wanted. It's betrayal. It's betrayed the futuristic theme for bizarre fantasy and ruined the multiplayer with unnecessary mechanics. That is going to do it for this video. Black Ops 7, is it a complete failure? Are you playing it? I know I'm not. But guys, if you liked it, hit the thumbs up for me. Talk shit down in the comments. Until the next one, I'm out of here.